Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Discerning Otaku, where we have a very special episode today. I just spent the last 8 hours binging Pluto. Um, it came out of nowhere for me, in all honesty. So it's basically done by the person who did Astro Boy, but it is much more intended for adult audiences and was produced in manga version. In a seinen manga from 2003 until 2009. And now Astro Boy, or Adam, is a character in it, but he is not the main character. The main character, let me see if I can get this name proper, is Gesicht, who is basically a Europol robot detective. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything in this, so I'm going to kind of try and attempt to keep this brief. There are only 8 episodes. This aired on Netflix, and each episode is about an hour long. So you're looking at basically 8 mini movies. 100% worth the binge, 100% worth the time. In all honesty, probably one of the best shows I have seen in recent memory. There are only 2 other shows that I remember watching recently that kind of grabbed me the way this one did, and that would be Vivi Fluorite Eyes' Song and Odd Taxi. Now, Vivi had a lot of similar uh, aesthetics to it, I guess you could say. A lot of it was also about artificial intelligence and robots and the kind of existential question of when are they intelligent beings. So basically the other premise of Pluto is it doesn't explain it real well, is that Gesicht is going around and basically just dealing with a lot of murder mystery things as the robot detective. So without giving much away, I can't really go into what he's investigating, but it does kind of break into an earlier war upon which the 7 most powerful robots on the planet were all involved in. So you have Gesicht, you have Adam, you have Epsilon, you have Hercules, you have Brando. That's 5. I really wanted to get this video as quick as possible, so I didn't do as much research. I literally just finished watching it moments ago. Here we go. Gesicht, Mount Blanc, North number 2, Brando, Hercules, Epsilon, and Adam. We also have Uran, which is Adam's younger sister robot, making appearances in the show, although she is not designated within those 7. The show starts off with Mount Blanc being murdered as one of the 7 most powerful robots on the planet, and Gesicht goes to investigate. Everything about this show is immaculately done. The animation is absolutely stunning. The character designs are incredible. They do still have that Astro Boy aesthetic, but it's definitely been modernized. The music in the show is immaculately done and actually plays a large portion of the story when you are introduced to North number 2. The entire mini snippet of story involving him involves music, and it's beautifully done. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop talking about this show with people over the next coming weeks and months. It left such an image in my head and such emotions through and through that it's trying to pull a lot of emotions out of you. It's trying to make you think about a lot of different things while you're watching it. And through time and time again throughout my watch of the show, I was constantly blown away by the emotions that it was eliciting from me. Like I said, I really can't, without spoiling things, talk about it, but there was one moment within episodes 6, 7, and 8 where, I did kind of figure out what was going on. The story tried to hide some plot points, but they're pretty easy to guess if you just kind of pay attention to them. But I was still kind of blown away by how they represented this idea. And I was very I almost teared up during them. We'll put it that way. It was something that, while I did kind of see it coming, when I did actually finally notice it happen, I was kind of awestruck. It's just done that well. And I did not grow up with Astro Boy. Obviously, I know of it. It's one of the most popular IPs, well, one of the most well-known IPs of all time. But for me, back when the original run, I was too young to remember that. And in seeing it as I was growing up, I didn't really like the animation. It felt kind of cheesy, like those old Superman cartoons. But I always respected Astro Boy. And seeing when this came out, seeing the trailers for it, I thought, okay, this might actually be kind of good. This looks really interesting. It's dark. It's, but I was not ready for it. Is the easiest way for me to put this. I truly do feel that this is going to be a modern anime masterpiece. I think it's going to go down along the lines of Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Vampire Hunter D, one of those things that far outlives, its little time within the seasonal dumping of show after show after show. I'm watching 30-something shows this season between the new IPs and the sequels, and I can honestly tell you this is the best one this season. This might even be one of the best ones this year, and it's coming at the end of the year, but it was immaculate. I mean, I am a seasonal watcher, so I watch my episodes each week as they air, and I put all that aside and completely binged the entire season of Pluto. And I don't feel I wasted any time. I don't regret my decision. I had a bunch of stuff I had to do today. I've got car problems to worry about, but Pluto had me in such a chokehold through the entire day that even after I figured out car problems that I have to worry about this upcoming week, I sat down and went, I'm gonna finish Pluto. I need to. I want to see what happens. I want to know what happens. I want to see where this story goes. And it went to a lot of dark places, but it did it in such a well reined in way that it was just immaculate. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. It is streaming exclusively on Netflix right now. But you deserve it deserves all of the praise that it's currently getting. It truly does. I've seen a couple headlines recently saying that it's really good. No, it's a masterpiece. It is truly one of the best things I've ever seen. It was handled so well. The studio that did it just did it in such a beautiful way. Such I'm stumbling because I'm so excited about it. But like I said, the animation, the character design, the artwork, everything melded into such a perfect piece of animated fiction that I'm pretty sure the story is one and done. There's nothing beyond. I'm fairly sure. I'll have to look into the manga to see if it goes any further, but I'm pretty sure it was a one and done. But I want to see more stuff like this. It's almost a reimagined 80s and 90s show with a modern spin. It's equal parts Philip K. Dick and Isaac Asimov, along with just the Naoki Urasawa and Takashi Nagasaki. It is so good. I mean, this is just me rambling at this point, so it's not going to get much more out of me from this, but do yourself a favor and check Pluto out. And as I'm always going to say at the end of all these, if you like what I'm doing, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think of Pluto, please. I want to be able to talk to somebody about this because most of my friends don't watch anime, and that's depressing. But yeah, check out Pluto, and as always, read more manga, watch more anime. Take it easy.